Welcome to the Dragon Diamond from Round Rock, Texas. It's Game Time Broadcasting. Hank Oppel, this is Bob Slocum at the Central Texas First Pitch Classic, and we have a classic tonight in the making. The stands are full of scouts as Round Rock Dragons host the state runner-up Flower Mound. Flower Mound tonight will be pitching Cooper Harris. We'll talk a little bit about him.
So Cooper Harris is the Texas commit. He's a senior this year, stands at 6'3", 205. Runs his fastball up to 95 miles an hour with a 3,000 RPM slider. An elite prospect committed to Schlossnagle in Texas. Multiple draft scouts out here looking at him and Josh today. It's definitely be a pitcher's duel. Josh Horvath stands at 6'4", 195 pounds. Great size. Runs his fastball as well up to 95 and 94. Changeup is his best secondary offering, and development of the breaker control could lead to a breakout for the Rock Hardball product via 5-tool. So this will definitely be a pitcher's duel, 100%.
And let's take a look at the batters tonight. Batting for Flower Mound Baseball, leading off, number 8, Beckett Williams, left fielder. Batting second, shortstop, Cooper Skinner, number 9. Batting third, first baseman, Tyler Cochran, number 18. Batting fourth, center fielder, Roman Stevens, number 4. Batting fifth, designated hitter, Keith Malam, number 14. Batting sixth, third baseman, Trent Juarez, number 3. Batting seventh, catcher, Grant Plasek, number 11. Batting eighth, right fielder, Frank May, number 1. And batting ninth, second baseman, Jackson Sorter, number 22. As we already mentioned, the pitcher, number 15, will be Cooper Harris. For your Round Rock, Texas, leading off will be number 8, Drew Hearthcock, playing shortstop. Batting second, number 29, left fielder, Jack Oppel. Batting third, number 21, first baseman, Luke Rodriguez. Batting fourth, number 23, third baseman, Luke Broaddus. Batting catcher, number 3, Quinn Bartlett. Batting sixth, center fielder, number 5, Cade Goddard. Batting in the 7 hole, number 13, right fielder, Baker Jackson. Batting eighth, number 11, the designated hitter, Weston Andraka. And batting in the 9 hole, second baseman, number 12, J.P. Kasman. And on the mound, the senior flamethrower, number 16, Josh Horvath. Game Time Broadcasting on the call tonight. Hank Oppel, Bob Slocum will pull Justin the Priest. Scorekeeper, the excellent Clay Goddard. We're playing with a new scoreboard today, so he'll be keeping that for us. So, Hank, we got an instant classic here like we were talking about at the top of the broadcast. The stands in front of us are filled with radar guns, which means several major league scouts, several D1 colleges in the stands watching Round Rock's Josh Horvath. How many you count there?
So I've got the stalker apps. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 stalkers as of now.
Stalkers are radar guns, so all the
So those are like
scouts.
the best radar guns you can possibly buy.
So thanks to Brett Horvath, we get access to theirs.
And so we're gonna see what we're looking at here.
Makes the color commentary a little bit more interesting when Hank can add in. And it's going to be exciting. We talk about the pitcher, Cooper Harris, who is currently committed to University of Texas, set to graduate this year, the senior. And we talk about a 95-mile-an-hour fastball and a slider with a 3,000 RPMs. And just to put it in a perspective, the average major leaguer throws between 2,200 to 2,300 RPMs.
So that is insane.
You're going to hear his name definitely called.
100% in July.
And it'll probably be early. It'll be interesting. He'll have that tough decision. We talked about this with Coach Langerhans and Ryan Langerhans. They both had to make that decision. Do I go to UT to play or do I take the pro?
So it's going to be very interesting. But we're not going to talk about Cooper Harris the whole time. We've got our very own Round Rock product, Josh Horvath, on the bump, doing the same exact things.
Fastball inside. Called strike one to Beckett Williams, the left fielder.
Be ball one there into the dirt. Fastball up and away for ball two, reaching 92 miles an hour. Ball's going to be flied into left field. Jack Oppel makes chase.
Makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Sorry, we're just correcting something here with the lineup for the stadium announcing. This is people don't realize how hard it is. We literally get handed a card. Usually it's about 20 minutes, so we've got to collect all our notes. That's when we find out who's starting.
Good start here for Horvath. Few pitches and one out.
Oh, that was a beautiful breaking ball. Catches the outside corner at the letters. Strike one called.
Change up away for ball one.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Round Rock tonight wearing their maroon jerseys, white pants with maroon trims, white caps. Flower Mound in their all gray uniforms, navy blue stripe, navy blue lettering.
2 balls, 1 strike here, 1 out, nobody on. Wind is blowing just a touch out to left center.
He goes on that pitch, gets him to chase a high one. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He'll run that one up to 91 miles an hour. That ball is going to be taken into right field. Baker Jackson gives chase and makes the grab.
Starting lineup for your Round Rock Dragons tonight. As we mentioned, Josh Horvath on the bump. Behind the dish is the senior number 3, Quinn Bartlett. Infielding, third baseman Luke Broadus. Shortstop Drew Hearthcock. Second baseman, the senior J.P. Casman. And that one's hit out in the right field. Great catch, great jump. Baker Jackson makes the catch to end the inning. And we'll be back after this.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. Born in Laredo, trained at Yale, and trusted in Austin for over 20 years. Whether it's hormone therapy, surgery, or compassionate care, Dr. Uribe delivers more than medicine. He delivers confidence. As the Round Rock Dragons bring the energy and the excitement all season long. Hughes Insurance Group is proud to power the broadcast as a Game Time sponsor. For over 30 years, Hughes Insurance Group has protected Central Texas families with auto, home, renters, RV, and life insurance. As an independent agency, Jason shops top-rated companies to find you the best coverage at the best value. Coverage you can count on, a team you can trust. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and go Dragons.
Alrighty, we're back from the Dragon Diamond. It is a warm night tonight before the cold front blows through. 85 degrees currently. There is a 25% humidity and a very small 3-mile-an-hour wind out of the northeast. You'll see that pick up, I'm sure, as the night carries on. If you're listening and wondering, from where we sit at home plate, dead center is southwest. So a northeast wind is coming from kind of between the press box and the third base dugout.
This will be a monumental challenge here for the Dragons.
And it'll be the junior shortstop leading off for your Round Rock Dragons, number 8, Drew Harthcock.
With a pitcher like this, you really want to try and draw out at-bats. You want long, drawn-out at-bats and try to get his pitch count up high as you can. The ball's fouled away. Fastball touched 93 miles an hour. Harthcock looks just to be a little bit underneath it.
So again, Cooper Harris on the bump. That one's driven to right center, giving chase. That's going to find the gap. Diving is the center fielder. It goes. Oh, what a catch.
What a catch. That ball was 94 and absolutely pieced by Drew Harthcock. Diving Superman layout catch.
Did we get a replay on that?
I did. I just replayed it for him. That was absolutely nuts. Wow. Up comes.
Next up for your Round Rock Dragons, left fielder, number 29.
That'll bring up left fielder, number 29, Jack Oppel.
It's a good thing to see there from the Dragons not being scared of velocity.
Squares the bunt.
Big ball one. No movement from the third baseman at all.
That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, ran inside on Oppel. Kind of feels slow after watching Travis Sakura. I'm kidding.
I don't know what's going on over
No,
here.
they have a baseball. The on deck,
So they're gonna
they have a
stop the
baseball.
entire
They
game?
stop the game to have him throw the ball in. Oftentimes, the on deck batters will take the baseball, just put it at their feet.
So, man, it's to get timing.
An R drive, he finds the gap between third and short. Oppel's on with a single.
That fastball ran up to 95 miles an hour as well. Dragons seemed up to the challenge today.
Harthcock should have had a double. It was
Yeah,
an
but I
amazing
said,
play.
That should have been a scoring double right there.
Runners on first and second.
21, Luke Rodriguez.
And that'll bring up senior first baseman, number 21, Luke Rodriguez.
Fastball low and away, ball one.
I got it, Clay. I added it. The runner on first. No, I got it. It's on. It's all good. So Jack Oppel at first with a big lead. The senior first baseman, Luke Rodriguez, at the plate.
Swung on and missed. Fastball at 92 miles an hour. Tons of RPM spin rate on that, 2,400.
And again, 22 to 23 is the average major leaguer. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Oppel on first, reached with a single.
Fastball up to 93 miles an hour. That one was spun at almost 3,000 RPM.
I think we'll see the slider here.
Very lively fastball, it seems.
Fouls that one back.
Dragons really trying to make this a tough out. Trying to go up there and show that we are not going to be easy outs and that we're going to fight for every pitch.
Running it up to 95. Drop that one. What was it, about
93 miles an hour.
swing and a miss on the steal. Throw is high out in the center field.
That's
going to be a
slider.
strikeout on the slider.
Great
But
pitch.
Opple gets the stolen base. That's, I believe, Apple's first stolen base of the season.
I believe so.
Now batting for your Round Rock Dragons, third baseman, number 23, Luke Broadus.
Up comes number 23, the third baseman, senior Luke Broadus.
That ball pounds the outside corner. Strike one called.
That one will sizzle in at 93 miles an hour. Harris sitting comfortably 92 to 93, running it up to 95 consistently.
Oh, there's the slider. Catches the inside corner.
He's going to call that a ball. Going to call that a ball, slider.
I thought he got the inside corner. We had the first game. That definitely would have been a strike.
This umpire not nearly as shaded, just a little bit over.
Yeah, I like his stance a lot better. Over the left shoulder of of the catcher.
Hit and run, fouled away, 93 mile an hour fastball. Send Jack back to second base.
I really like the hit and run in that situation. It takes the pressure off the batter,
Just
right?
swing.
Anything close, you're swinging.
Just swing.
Actually, anything there, you're swinging at, unless it's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes here, looking to put something in play.
Here's the pitch. Chopper to shortstop, makes the play, throws to first, and that'll do it for the first inning. It's Cooper Skinner on to Tyler Cochran for the third out of the inning, and we go to the top of the second inning. This one's all knotted up at 0.
Moving soon? Let Ostex Moving take the stress off your shoulders. Owned by a proud Round Rock Dragons alum, Ostex is your go-to team for fast, reliable, residential and commercial moves across Texas. From packing to unpacking, we handle it all, with expert care and same-day service available. Call Ostex Moving for a free quote today, and go Dragons. This Dragons broadcast is brought to you by River Rock Landscaping, where your yard becomes your favorite place to be. From custom designs to turf, irrigation, and outdoor living spaces, they turn ordinary into oasis. Locally owned, proudly Round Rock. Call River Rock Landscaping or visit rrlltx.com to start your dream yard today. Moving soon? Let Ostex Moving take the stress off your shoulders. Owned by a proud Round Rock Dragons alum, Ostex is your go-to team for fast, reliable, residential and commercial moves across Texas. From packing to unpacking, we handle it all, with expert care and same-day service available. Call Ostex Moving for a free quote today, and go Dragons.
And we're back from the Dragon Diamond. Game Time Broadcasting on the call. Hank Opple, this is Bob Slocum. We got a instant classic in the making. Josh Horvath comes out for top of the second inning. Leading off will be the center fielder, Roman Stevens. Fouls that first pitch back.
Cooper Harris was able to run it up to 95 miles an hour. Josh touching 93 to 94 in his innings.
Pounds the outside corner, doesn't get the call. I don't know where that was.
It was a great pitch at 92 on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 hit here for the Dragons.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Once again, Jack Horvath on the bump. Quinn Bartlett behind the dish. Infield left to right. Luke Broadus at third. Drew Harthcock at shortstop. J.P. Casman at second. And Luke Rodriguez at first. That one's a line drive right at Drew Harthcock. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Outfield left to right. Left fielder, senior Jack Oppel. Center fielder, senior Cade Goddard. And getting his first varsity start ever, right fielder number 13, Baker Jackson. And that's going to bring up designated hitter Keith Milliam.
Slider swung at and fouled away. Looked really out front there. Looked like he was expecting a fastball.
One thing I've noticed so far with this game is the amount of line drives, like a lot of really solid barrels from both teams and some good defensive plays to support so far with only 1 hit on the game, but everyone has put the ball in play. There hadn't been 1 strikeout.
Yeah, Dragons definitely came out swinging. I love it. That's a confident builder, like you were saying, Hank, when we were off the air. Check swing.
Ooh,
They say no.
not even a called strike. That was ran up to 92 miles an hour. I would have rang that one up.
2 balls, 1 strike. First off, he went.
So I think he went, but first base umpire's not going to be able to see that.
That one catches the outside corner. There is a beautiful.
Beautiful changeup.
He's rocking about 93. Drop that one down to 70,
8, 79.
79. Flare. I've been told by Craig Weibel not to say flare so much. So we'll say slices that one foul into the third base dugout. Shout out to Craig Weibel, one of my favorites.
Shout out Cade Weibel, currently playing for Baylor baseball here in Round Rock.
That ball high and outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here, top of the second inning. No runs. 1 hit in the game, and that one by the left fielder, Jack Oppel. But Justin, I think you called it. I mean, these are hard hit balls across the board. Big swing and a miss.
Fastball was ran up to 91 miles an hour. Josh is sitting happily in that 91 to 93 mile an hour zone, just mowing down hitters.
And that's one of the things Coach Rod will talk to him about. I'll get to that in a second. Now it'll be number 3, third baseman, Trent Juarez. Another lefty in the Flower Mound lineup. What I call the fireballers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So back when Travis Secor was here, was rocking 101. Horvath, we've seen hit 95, 96. His goal this year, get up over to 97. Big drive to right field. That one gets over the infielders' heads in front of Baker Jackson. And Juarez with the first hit of the night for Flower Mound. 2 out single to right field.
I mean, like Mr. DePriest was saying, just barrels.
Mm-hmm.
Barrel. Everyone's hitting the ball hard. I mean, it seems like the harder the pitchers throw for both of these teams, the more they want to hit and the better they do hit.
That'll bring up number 11, the catcher, Grant Placek. Runner on first, 2 outs here. But like I was saying, Coach Rod will tell him that ball misses outside. Great catch by Quinn. Coach Rod will tell them, you don't have to hit 95 every pitch. You don't have to hit 96. You can dial it back. You're still really, really hard to hit at 93. And you'll have better control. That ball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Shout out to Chris Ellis. If you can send another text, make sure you can hear us and Hank. We got the gain. Hopefully we got Hank's gain fixed. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. That ball catches the outside corner, back throws him.
It's going to be called safe. Fastball at 92 miles an hour for strike 1.
I like that. Quinn will do that and does it incredibly accurately. Tries to backdoor the guy if you get too big of a lead off of first.
I mean, he's taking a bigger lead. I mean, and they're going to call a balk or no time. It's interesting. The field umpire called time before the umpire behind the plate. I didn't think you could do that. I figured the umpire behind the plate had to grant time to the batter.
Technically speaking, yes, but it depends on who's the head umpire. And they
Like,
do rotate, so the guy in the field might be the umpire in charge.
I just feel like I don't know if you'd be able to hear time or see something because I didn't see it.
Yeah, he saw something. Fouls that one straight back into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You know, they'll establish that in the coaches' meeting. You know, when I coach, they'll tell you, hey, I'm out in the field tonight, but I'm going to be the head umpire. So if anything gets escalated, that's typically the more senior. And that is a beautiful
ring him up
pitch.
on a slider at 78 miles an hour. See you later. Dragons will go into the bottom of the second. We will see y'all in a second.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. Born in Laredo, trained at Yale, and trusted in Austin for over 20 years. Whether it's hormone therapy, surgery, or compassionate care, Dr. Uribe delivers more than medicine. He delivers confidence. As the Round Rock Dragons bring the energy and the excitement all season long, Hughes Insurance Group is proud to power the broadcast as a Game Time sponsor. For over 30 years, Hughes Insurance Group has protected Central Texas families with auto, home, renters, RV, and life insurance. As an independent agency, Jason shops top-rated companies to find you the best coverage at the best value. Coverage you can count on, a team you can trust. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and go Dragons.
All righty, we're back here. Bottom of the second inning. This ball game knotted up, 0 runs, 1 hit apiece. Leading off for your Round Rock Dragons will be number 3, the catcher, Quinn Bartlett.
Dragons and Flower Mound knotted up with hits at 1 apiece. No runs scored yet. Up on the mound, Cooper Harris, the Texas commit. Dragons looking to put people on base and put some pressure on him.
You know, I love the fact the Dragons, they don't care where he's going. They've jumped all over him tonight. I say that as he takes fastball inside corner, strike 1.
Up to 93.
Quinn Bartlett, D1 commit. That one just misses outside.
And that one's going to be a true 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
That one, ooh, that was, the last one was
Catcher stole that one. I'm going to say catcher stole that one.
The one before was a lot prettier than that one, that's for sure. Big drive, shortstop charges, flips it over to first for the out, first out of the inning.
That fastball was registered at 95 miles an hour.
That'll bring up center fielder, the senior, number 5, Cade Goddard.
Center fielder, number 5, Cade Goddard.
I mean, for seeing this speed the first time this year and being able to, you know, really make contact, I think we only have 1 strikeout so far. That's pretty good.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was a 2-2 count, and they fouled one or two off. So that first one's
run the pitch count up. That's how you beat these big pitchers like this, these big names. You run that pitch count up. You make them not want to come back out that next inning.
big swing and a miss on that one, 0-2.
Both of those pitches ran at 93 miles an hour. Tons of spin at 2,500 RPM. That ball's got a lot of life to it.
That one high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And if you're listening from home wondering, with RPMs, that's movement on the ball. So even when you go to barrel it up, it's going to move an inch or 2.
Revolutions per minute. So it just depends on how the air reacts to it.
That one, ooh, they're going to call it at the letters inside.
It's an 85 mile an hour slider. Slider fluctuates from like 80 to 85 miles an hour.
Now batting, number 13, right fielder, Baker Jackson.
First varsity start in the field.
That one driven to right field, giving chase as the right fielder, and he's just going to get underneath it, make the catch for the third out of the inning.
Just a bit late on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Going to pop out in foul territory.
But again, fearless.
Fearless. I'd rather have that than us being scared and not swinging the bat at all.
We'll be back. Game Time Broadcasting right after this.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. As the Round Rock Dragons bring the energy and the excitement all season long, Hughes Insurance Group is proud to power the broadcast as a Game Time sponsor. For over 30 years, Hughes Insurance Group has protected Central Texas families with auto, home, renters, RV, and life insurance. As an independent agency, Jason shops top-rated companies to find you the best coverage at the best value. Coverage you can count on, a team you can trust. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and go Dragons. From delivery.
And we're back here. Top of the third inning. This one 0-0, a pitcher's duel with two fantastic pitchers. It's Josh Horvath, the senior fireballer out of Round Rock, and Cooper Harris, the pitcher for Flower Mound and current University of Texas commit. Horvath committed to Weatherford.
Slider low for strike one. Swung on and missed.
Batting for Flower Mound, number 1, the right fielder, Frank May.
You don't hear many young kids with the name Frank.
I love it. My grandfather was a Frank. That one pounds the outside corner.
That'll be 91
0-2.
miles an hour.
Fastball runs inside. Special thank you to Clay Goddard, who's keeping 2 scoreboards for us.
Scoreboard operator.
Keeping them busy, both here in the stadium and the online live stream. Swing fouls that one back. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outfield appears to be playing straight up.
Sun is getting pretty low in the horizon. It's right over, just inside the fair hole.
Ball's going to be fouled away over the first base dugout.
Down the right field line. Does that ever bother you this time of day? Like this, like I know as we get towards the summer, it moves over like out of play. But right now, that's in the field of play as a righty batter. Was that ever distracting to you?
It was.
That one misses outside. Good miss on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Doesn't get May to chase.
Especially these tournament games. Like we would sit there and be like, we don't want to wear like sunglasses up to bat because we think we look goofy and it just doesn't look good. You know, and I really don't care. But like when it's like this, you kind of have to.
Oh, that was a beautiful, beautiful curveball.
Just right in the middle. Froze him. I believe that's his 3rd strikeout on the day.
May goes down with a strikeout, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 22, Jackson Sorter.
Both teams not afraid to swing the bat so far.
So if you go onto our channel and you look at, it should be one of the black logos, the Game Time Broadcasting black logos from Wednesday night at our Spirit Night and the Rock Hardball on Deck live stream. That one flared off of the glove. Luke Rod knocks it down. Horvath not able to get there in time. I think he just saved a double on that
He
one.
did.
Let's show the replay. Luke Rod climbs the ladder, is able to knock the ball down. It ricocheted off of the palm of his glove right at the second baseman. Kazman picks it up, and Horvath just not able to get there.
Just not quite able to get there. It's a great defensive play by both teams.
That ball.
Strike one. Slider on the outside corner.
Oh, wait, this one we have zoomed in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll pan out on this one a little bit.
Just heads up for that metal bar. Get
Yeah.
the bar in your. There you go. And that's going to be a called strike. He's saying he went. Runner will advance to second base, though.
There we go. All righty, so runner on second, one out. And we go back to the top of the lineup. Number 8 left fielder, Beckett Williams.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Flares that one. There you go, Cade Weibel. Flares that one back into the net.
That makes sense you would use that word, Bob, because you have a lot of flair personally.
There you go. That one gets over the glove of Bartlett.
Fastball.
Looks
just
like
a
they
bit
got
high.
mixed up a little bit there on the call.
Seems to be the first runner in scoring position for Flower Mound.
So Flower Mound runner on third. Runner on third. One out. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss.
They're going to call it a foul ball. No way. Wow, that hit the dirt before he ever. Okay. Wasn't down there, so I can't see it, but it looked like the ball.
Infield is in with one out. Runner on third. 0-0 ball game. Oh, that was a beautiful. And he rings him up on the late call. Gets him
Slider on the
looking.
outside corner. That slider registers at 78 miles an hour. Great difference in speed there.
He did the old Archer bow and arrow strikeout on that one. That's going to bring up the shortstop, number 9, Cooper Skinner. That one just a hair high.
Certainly see a big difference between last game's umpire and this one. That was a strike every time last game. Umpire's not giving 1 or 2 balls outside.
Oh, backdoors him, not in time. I love that. Quinn Bartlett is fearless on that.
You have to have a lot of faith in your corner infielders to, if you make a bad throw, block that.
That one's in the dirt. 3-0. Bartlett would have been a starter anywhere. I'm going to go and say probably his sophomore and junior year. The last 2 years here at Round Rock found himself behind back-to-back 2-time first-team All-State catcher, Chris Brooks.
And he's going to go up and give up his first walk of the evening.
Chris goes off to college, first collegiate at bat, 3-1 homer.
Yeah, San Jacinto Community College, a very renowned junior college in Texas for baseball. Hits a 3-run bomb?
Yeah, 3-1 homer. First collegiate at bat. No surprise there.
Can't say I'm surprised.
So runners on the corner, first and third. There is 2 outs. Infield at normal depth. That one hangs a little high. Now batting is number 18, Tyler Cochran.
Josh looking to get out of a small jam here. Runners at first and third, 2 outs.
That ball's going to miss high and outside.
Having a little bit of command issues. Quinn Bartlett's going to go ahead and call time and go talk to his pitcher. Try to get him to settle down just a bit.
Now, interesting, there is a new rule this year where that counts as a visit.
Really?
You're only allowed 1. So they do not take it away from the coaching visits, but you can't come back in. And now we don't know what the exact enforcement of the rule is going to be.
So is it going to be counted as a balk? Is it going to be counted as a
But in that
delay of game?
situation,
Like it's-
and I don't know if that's Quinn. Quinn does have that leadership skill. Well, he'll call time and go do it. That could have also been one of the coaches signaling.
Mhm.
Okay, usually if it's mechanical, just to kind of talk to him, it'll be Coach Rodriguez. Third to first. If it's when Coach Carter comes out, that's typically a replacement. That ball floats a little bit high, 3-0.
Josh does have a base to put someone on. Would prefer not to, though. And he's not going to get the call there. It looked like it was pretty down the middle. I guess it was just a bit high for ball number 4.
Hey, that's part of this season, right? Figuring out the umps in the area. They're using the CTX umpires.
Up comes the 4-hole, Roman Stevens.
Center fielder. Hit a hard line drive at Drew Harthcock at shortstop, his first at bat. That one's fouled up. That gets away.
They're not going to call foul ball there.
I thought it was a foul ball.
That seemed like a foul ball. Looked like Quinn reacted to it being a foul ball. That's a strike. He called it because he swung. Everyone reacted to it to being a foul ball. Umpire did not give the call. 1 run will score here for Flower Mound on a passed ball. I don't even know what to really put that down as.
I think it's going to be a pass ball. I don't know.
Strike 2, because if it's not a foul ball.
It's either a wild pitch or a pass ball. I don't know how they would score that one.
0-2.
Yeah, 0-2.
Yeah, it wasn't outside the box. I think that's going to be a pass ball.
You won't see very many of those. That one's a little high. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third.
And that's a design pitch. As a pitcher, especially with his velo, taking one just above his hands, hopefully get him to chase. Didn't chase.
Nice. That one's fouled off. I thought it was fouled off.
I did too.
I-
There's no way the ball does that movement. He goes that way without being fouled off. Because when it fouls off, it can either go one way or the other. It doesn't just stay in the middle.
Flower Mound won the 2023 state championship, lost in the state championship last year.
Fouled away over the third base dugout.
Their head coach, Ben Sarter. That ball catches the outside corner, rings them up. Strike 3.
At 91 miles an hour, Josh gets out of a jam with 1 run. You could argue that run should have never crossed the plate, being a foul ball, but
More importantly, what do the Dragons do to respond? That's what you want to see here, and we'll find out when we come back.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. Born in Laredo, trained at Yale, and trusted in Austin for over 20 years. Whether it's hormone therapy, surgery, or compassionate care, Dr. Uribe delivers more than medicine. He delivers confidence. As the Round Rock Dragons bring the energy and the excitement all season long, Hughes Insurance Group is proud to power the broadcast as a Game Time sponsor. For over 30 years, Hughes Insurance Group has protected Central Texas families with auto, home, renters, RV, and life insurance. As an independent agency, Jason shops top-rated companies to find you the best coverage at the best value. Coverage you can count on, a team you can trust. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and go Dragons.
And we're back here. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0. Flower Mound takes the lead. Batting for your Round Rock Dragons with his first ever varsity at bat, number 11 designated hitter Weston Andraka.
Had himself a solo home run in one of the scrimmages.
Had 2 doubles the night before that against Westlake. Anderson took it to right field, opposite with power. Check swing on that one, gets him strike 1.
Fastball up at 93 to the hands.
You know, all those kids grew up. Him, Maddox DePriest, Diego Nunez. That one's a swing and a miss.
Again at
Playing for the
93.
really, who I think is a great coach, Dan Wells. And the emphasis, I mean, the man built a batting cage at his house, an indoor batting cage at that.
Fastball's going to run up too high for ball number 1.
There's a reason his daughter's leading NCAA Division I at Alabama right now. I think in numerous batting average, I think home runs, triples, or doubles, extra base hits, leading the entire NCAA out at Alabama. That's a hard ground ball. Second baseman's going to charge, flips it over to first base for the first out of the inning.
Didn't dip below 91 on his fastball in that AB.
But again, these guys are swinging the bat. That's going to bring up probably the best number 9 hitter that I've seen for the last 2 years. Second baseman, number 12, J.P. Kasman. He's committed East Texas Baptist University.
It's an incredibly good Division III school. Fastball on the inner corner, strike 1 at 92 miles an hour.
JP, one of the best middle infielders that I know around. Always has been. Great glove work. Swing and a miss on that one.
Yes,
0-2.
That was a really good slider.
Yeah, last season I thought he should have been first team all district at second base. He batted, I think, about 342, 350. Hard ground ball into the third base dugout, into the net, outside the dugout, I should say. No, he did. He had a real strong year last year. A lot of clutch hits, a lot of 6th and 7th inning. I remember Cedar Ridge twice. That's a hard ball. Gets past the third baseman, and J.P. Kasman gets his first hit of the season. Second hit of the night for your Round Rock Dragons. And he gets in there at second. I looked down for a second.
Wow, yeah, he got the double. I guess he caught them sleeping too.
I don't even know how you score that one. Well, we go back to the top of the order. Number 8 shortstop, Drew Hearthcock.
Hearthcock. Hard double Superman catch by their center fielder to take it away.
That was an outstanding play by the center fielder, Williams.
Yeah, and I wouldn't throw a fastball to him either. Starts off with a curveball.
But that's what you get from J.P. Kasman. That's just a hustle play, knowing the ball gets away from the third baseman and never gets off the gas. All gas, no brakes, all the way for a head first slide into second base to spark the Dragon offense.
Yeah, East Texas Baptist is getting one heck of a ball player. That ball pounds the inside, missing. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here. Bottom of the third inning. Flower Mound scored 1 in the top of the third. That's the only score tonight. Both teams have 2 hits apiece. Hard drive to right field. That's going to be trouble. Giving chase and gets there is the right fielder.
Kasman's going to tag.
Frank May with the catch. And
third baseman's going to be able to knock it down on the throw.
As Justin DePriest just said, just smart base running there by the senior second baseman, J.P. Kasman, tags up.
Hearthcock seemed to just barely be missing these balls. I mean,
Next up for your Round Rock Dragons.
You know, we live in such a world of, we live in a stats world, and that's the thing is you got to, talk to him like, hey, you're ripping this ball right now. Don't worry what the stats tell you. Just keep barreling it up.
Going. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Now the senior left fielder, Jack Oppel.
He's going to take a fastball low at 93 miles an hour for strike 1.
Oppel got the first hit of the game in the bottom of the first inning, a hard hit ball between third and short. Takes that one inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Kasman on third.
Jack able to lay off that slider to that back leg. That's a deadly pitch for a lefty.
Pounds the outside corner, gets the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on third. There's the 1-2 pitch.
He's
And
going to foul that off.
breaking ball, just able to get a piece of it.
They are playing him. It looks like they're going to play the second baseman closer to the bag. Now they're just going to play deep, 2 outs.
I mean, you're throwing a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. That's how I'm aligning my infield until you show me you can pull it. That one's ripped towards first base, takes a big chop, flips it over to Harris, and just gets him in time for the 3rd out of the inning. We leave 1 stranded on 1 hit. We go to the top of the 4th inning when we come back.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. Born in Laredo, trained at Yale, and trusted in Austin for over 20 years. Whether it's hormone therapy, surgery, or compassionate care, Dr. Uribe delivers more than medicine. He delivers confidence. As the Round Rock Dragons bring the energy and the excitement all season long, Hughes Insurance Group is proud to power the broadcast as a Game Time sponsor. For over 30 years, Hughes Insurance Group has protected Central Texas families with auto, home, renters, RV, and life insurance. As an independent agency, Jason shops top-rated companies to find you the best coverage at the best value. Coverage you can count on, a team you can trust. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and go Dragons.
And we're back here, top of the 4th inning, and we got an exciting one here tonight. It's a 1-0 ball game. The runner-up in the 6A state championship last year, Flower Mound, leading your Round Rock Dragons 1-0 after 3 innings. Top of the 4th inning, it's Flower Mound 1 run on 2 hits, no runs, 2 hits for your Round Rock Dragons. And leading off will be the designated hitter, number 14, Keith Malam.
That'll be a fastball low for ball 1.
That ball pounds the outside corner, doesn't get the call, 2-0. That ball's going to be called strike. Whoa.
He's not going to get the call.
Wow. Well, what am I missing here, guys? What are you seeing? Low?
Low. So he called 2 of those on the previous few batters for us.
That one catches the outside corner, gets the call. 3 balls, 1 strike. You know, I'd love to be in the mind of a scout watching this, watching somebody nibble on the corner this closely.
That's going to be ball 4.
That one's low and outside. Milliam draws the walk. The leadoff walk. That's going to bring up your 3rd baseman, number 3, Trent Juarez.
Out comes Coach Carter for a mound visit. Usually that means that there's probably going to be a change.
Juarez had a single in the 1st inning. Yep, they're going to go make the change now. 41 pitches coming into the inning.
Believe so.
So they probably...
Still working. He's probably in the 50 range.
Yeah, 50, 60 was probably the mark they wanted.
57.
Yeah, 57 this early. I mean, it's the first game of the season.
In comes the lefty junior, Weston Andraka.
This is an interesting, when I coach, now granted, I'm not comparing myself to this level, right? I coached under 14. But this was a move I would do. I would take my flamethrower like a Josh Horvath. Now I got a little bit more of a looping lefty, strong on the curve, very strong curveball. and giving them a completely different look to see how they can make the adjustment. And Weston Andraka got his first start as designated hitter tonight. Now getting his first pitching of his varsity career.
It's been interesting and just speaks to kind of the depth, Bob, is both games, both relievers were both juniors. The initial relievers for both of the senior pitchers coming out. I think Coach Carter is trying to get some of these juniors a little bit of time, maybe saving the seniors this tournament for starting positions and letting some of these all-star juniors do the relief work.
You know, we talk a lot, Justin, about how deep this pitching staff is. You've got number 4, number 5 pitcher would be number 1 in most schools in the area. And regardless, it's going to be Weston Andraka now squaring up against the third baseman, number 3, Trent Juarez. Runner on first. The final line. For Josh Horvath is 3 innings pitched, allowed 2 hits, 1 run. It was an earned run, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Runner on first, squares the bunt, and he steps off.
So they're saying that that's a balk. They're trying to say that it was a balk.
That he didn't disengage from the mound.
But umpires are not going for it.
The batter called time.
And so the umpire is saying that the batter called time, and so that it would be dead ball at that point. That does not count. I think it's still a strike. He still has a strike, yeah.
So anyway, runner on first, nobody out, no balls, 1 strike. To the third baseman, number 3, Trent Juarez, squares the bunt again, pulls back. That one misses, backdoors him, and they got him. No, I thought they had him at first. That was a good call.
Looks like the hand just got in there.
That was a good call. They got it right.
Good throw by Quinn.
Hey, we got to talk to the Booster Club. We need some new chairs up here. I'm like sinking down to the ground every other pitch. So 1 ball, 1 strike, showing bunt all the way. Third baseman Luke Broadus will close the gap, pulls it back, and takes ball 2.
Warm-ups, Weston was sitting in the high 70s. Now he's routinely just sitting 81 to 82, showing that the adrenaline really does something.
That ball just misses outside.
Not
Again, you talk about games, right? You talk about different umpires. That's a called strike by definitely in the first game.
Yeah.
This umpire has gotten a lot tighter, more bottom of the letters, top of your knees, and he's on the white. He's not even giving the block. Makes it a lot tougher for a junior getting his first pitching action. That one's driven to right center. That'll get down. He'll go to third. They'll hold him up. You'll end up with runners on the corner. Juarez, good piece of hitting there with a base hit. Milliam goes to third. Juarez stops at first. Runners on first and third. Nobody out. And that's going to bring up number 11, the catcher, Grant Plasek.
Got a man at first and third, nobody out. Infield looking to make that double play with the corners in.
That one pounds inside, misses. Ball 1. That one misses inside. Ball 2. You know, I always go back to the Yankee days, former Astro as well. Weston on Dragon. I am not saying he's like Andy Pettit, but he's that tall lefty, looping lefty with the curveball. Reminds me of an Andy Pettit style pitching. Oh, that was a beautiful. Ooh.
If he doesn't get enough of it.
They're going to say it's low.
I was thinking more Randy Johnson.
Yeah, if he was 101, maybe. That ball inside missing. Ball 4. That'll load the bases. Quinn, on the meantime, tries to backdoor the third base. Milliam
almost gets him.
So Juarez will go to second. Milliam still on third. Placek reaches first on the walk. That'll load the bases up for right fielder number 1, Frank May.
And to be more like Randy Johnson, he'd have to be a lot uglier because that dude could throw some heat. But, man, that guy, it's not easy on the eyes.
I'm a huge Randy fan. I liked him. I liked him. I liked him even when he beat the Yankees in 01. I loved him when he became a Yankee. I'll give you a good story after this. Bases are loaded. Frank May up to bat. That pitch catches the middle of the plate. Strike 1.
It's good to start off the batter with a strike right here. Gain some confidence.
Lights starting to come on. We'll have new lights, LED lights, coming on in the next 3 to 4 weeks. That one was fouled back into the parking lot. Randy Johnson becomes a Yankee. And, you know, you have to do something to earn Yankee fans' respect, especially those in the stadium. Anyway, they hit Jorge Posada. Both teams, Orioles, both teams get a warning. I think it was Baez. So Johnson comes out the next inning, first pitch, fastball. That one's a curveball right back at Andraka. He's going to come home. Great scoop by Quinn.
Able to get the out at home to not give up a run. That was great baseball IQ right there. It's going to leave the runner safe at first, but bases loaded, 1 out. That gives you a chance for a double play, come out unscathed.
That is a big play. Dribbler back to the pitcher. He comes home for the first out, and that'll bring up the second baseman, number 22, Jackson Sorter.
It's got to be related to the head coach.
That's a good. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. You're right.
Slider
Ben Sorter
on the outside, not called for a strike. It'd be ball 1. Say head coach and Benjamin and Jackson Sorter share a last name.
That ball misses a little high, 2-0. I know, we played Reagan last year, and that's actually, if I'm not mistaken, his nephew.
It's his nephew.
It's his nephew.
Catcher, really good catcher.
Great catcher.
Had a few clutch hits there for Reagan as well.
Turns around, goes to back to him at second. You don't see that very often. I like it. I'm not just going to let the guy,
take a giant lead. Get it out where you can.
You let him get that big of a lead, a little bloop single is 2 runs.
I trust Hearthcock to fire it down home if he needs to.
That ball misses outside, 3-0, nowhere to put him. So anyway, they hit Jorge Posada. Both the Orioles and Yankees get a warning. Next pitch, first inning, next pitch, Randy Johnson puts a 100-mile-an-hour fastball right into the back of the guy. And the best part was he let the pitch go. And that ball's going to miss.
4.
That's going to be ball 4 and a run. He lets the ball go. And before the umpire, because both teams have been warned, before they could even toss him, he's already crossing the white line towards the Yankee dugout. Like he threw the pitch and just walked off the field. After the game, they asked him, did the pitch get away from you? And his answer was, absolutely not. You hit my catcher. I'm coming after you.
Yeah. Wonder what it was like for Jorge to catch a flamethrower.
Big strike.
Swing and a miss on a slider. Number 8, Beckett Williams, left fielder here for Flower Mound. Able to scratch 1 run so far.
Bases are loaded.
Swinging that
Beckett
old
Williams, center fielder. And that one doesn't break enough inside. That's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. Made the fantastic catch. Probably saved a triple, definitely a double, from Drew Hearthcock in the top of the first inning. Beckett Williams covered some serious ground, laid out like Superman to make the catch. That ball misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-0 ball game. That one's fouled back towards the third base dugout. Out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Corners. I'm surprised Luke Rod's not up right now. I don't know why they're not moving Luke Rod. I want Luke Rod up on the grass with 1 out. Broadus is on the grass. He's going to follow a bunt, but play should be to the home. Oh, that's a beautiful curveball. That's going to be
Foul ball. Oh, he calls
He
it
calls
fair.
it fair down the
Wow.
first base line. 1
That
run
was
scores,
foul
2
by-
run score. They're
That-
going to hold them up there.
I don't think he saw that. I really don't. That was a foul ball from where I'm standing. That looked like a foul ball to me. We don't have the angle to replay that.
I am looking right at the sun.
Well, he's looking at the sun too.
Yeah.
That was a foul ball. That was foul by at least 6 to 8 inches right there.
That's going to draw Carter out.
And that was a super late call too. So it kind of it makes you wonder. He couldn't see obviously the sun, but that was a foul ball. I'm gonna say that was a foul ball. We had the angle I could show you, but we just don't.
So Sorter on third. Beckett Williams on second with a double. 1 out here. It's a 3-0 ball game. Flowermont pulls it to the lead, and that's going to bring up your shortstop, number 9, Cooper Skinner. Now the infield is playing in. Big swing and a miss.
I mean, he thinks it's foul. Look, he's not. He's like half running. He thinks it's foul.
Yeah, we're watching the instant replay again.
He
We don't have a camera to
and
pick
then
that up.
Calls it fair. Like,
Yeah, he stops halfway. You can't you can't afford a bad call like that in a 3. At that point, it was a 1-0 game. Now it's a 3-0 game. But either way, this is a great battle. Let's see how the Dragons can respond.
control what you can control.
That ball's going to hit him. That'll load the bases again.
Slider just doesn't break enough. Weston's really struggling out there so far. Able to get 1 out.
And that's a pitcher's worst nightmare. You got a good batter down 0-2, and you run your curveball in and it doesn't break. That's a tough one to give up.
And out comes Coach Carter again. I'm guessing another change will be made. Don't know who's coming in so far.
We're here top of the 4th inning. In the 3rd inning, Flower Mound put 1 run on. They've put 2 up this inning and are threatening again with bases loaded, 1 out. And batting is number 18, the first baseman, Tyler Cochran. So tomorrow's action, your Round Rock Dragons will be back out here tomorrow playing Permian. I don't think they got an easy draw at all. A very good game earlier today. This one against the runner-up 6A, lost in the championship game, Flower Mound. And tomorrow will be Permian at 1 p.m. And we will be broadcasting here with Game Time Broadcasting. That pitch inside gets away from Bartlett. That's going to be a wild pitch. 1 run will score.
That will extend their lead to 4-0. Or would that be 3?
It's 4.
It's 4, yeah.
It is 4. 4 runs on 4 hits. That pitch is driven between third and short. That's going to be 1 run in. Oppel quickly fires it back in, cut off by Luke Broadus.
A nightmare scenario so far for the junior reliever. Give up a lucky double that honestly, if no sun's there, that might be called a foul ball. I mean, this might be a completely different situation. A few unlucky calls on the strike zone. You go from down 1 to down 5 in a matter of a few minutes.
That'll bring up the lefty, number 4, Roman Stevens. He rips that one past the diving second baseman. Casman not able to make the play, and that'll be another RBI as Skinner comes in to score the fourth run of this inning. I'm sorry, the fifth run of this inning, sixth run of the ball game.
Next up for the Jaguars, the 14, West-handed hitter, Mound.
Runners at first and second, 1 out.
I think that was 6 runs this inning.
It's 5. 5 runs, 6 runs altogether.
Or that I'm missing somebody because I only have 1 out and I have 6 runs scored this inning.
Is that ball?
Yeah.
Ball?
Yeah, it was a ball.
So runners on first and second.
Strike one. No strike.
Oh, my bad.
1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2. We're just making it up here as we go along.
Just making it up.
Sun is sitting right on that first base foul pole. Andrega steps off.
Which that sun being a little bit of controversy because really the rally begins with a ball that lands just foul, but right down where the sun is setting.
That one's ripped. That one's going to be a fair ball. That ball gets down in front of Jackson, fires it home. 1 run scores. And correction, he fires it into the shortstop, holding the runner on first. So we'll have runners on the corner first and third. Another run comes in to score.
And that will extend the lead to 7-0.
Not batting for Florida. Number 3, third baseman.
Oh. Good comeback. There we go.
And that'll bring up number 3, the third baseman,
Yeah, one more.
Trent Juarez.
It's been a barrel party so far here.
7-0.
Doesn't give him the call on that outside corner. Seemed like a fastball. Players signify it looked like a strike to them.
That one inside, taken, called ball. They tries to backdoor him. Broadus knocks the ball down.
Kind of mangling into each other over there.
So we got 1 out, runners on first and third. With 1 out, typically, I would have, you're going to have Luke Rod holding him, but I want him to peel off to the grass. And I want Broadus up on the grass. That one checks, swing, bounces in the dirt. Oh, he throws it to first. The guy was headed to second.
He's going to call it a fair ball, and it'll be out number 2. A lucky break here for the Dragons. Man will advance to second base, though.
I didn't realize that he had even hit that ball.
He check swung, and so Quinn made sure that it landed in fair territory before he picked it up. Threw it down to first base and got the out.
So Milliam advances to second base. Runners on second and third.
I think.
Yeah, no. It's a ground out. It's just a ground out, and he advances. It's nothing.
Yeah. That fastball would be fouled straight back to the booth.
No balls, 1 strike.
Just
2
a
outs.
grueling inning for the Dragons trying to grind out some outs. Jaguars really doing some damage with the barrels today in this inning. A lot of line drives. Not 1 error really for the Dragons, just really hitting the ball well.
Hitting the ball, and they're hitting it when they've got people on, too.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball gets away.
And that's going to be another run to make it 8 runs.
Not sure if they'd score that as a wild pitch or a pass ball. So I think the official score on that is going to say that's a pass ball.
Yeah, because
It's a tough one.
It's within the
Between the
lines of the boxes. You know, we got to knock those down. And again, this is the stuff you see early on with pitchers and catchers, really kind of learning each other in game situations. This is why we do it.
Grant Plasek, catcher, takes strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one driven right. Chopper at Hearthcock makes the throw to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. And after putting up 7 runs, it's Flower Mound 8, your Round Rock Dragons 0 when we come back.
Moving soon? Let Ostex Moving take the stress off your shoulders. Owned by a proud Round Rock Dragons alum. Ostex is your go-to team for fast, reliable, residential and commercial moves across Texas. From packing to unpacking, we handle it all with expert care and same-day service available. Call Ostex Moving for a free quote today, and go Dragons. This Dragons broadcast is brought to you by River Rock Landscaping, where your yard becomes your favorite place to be. From custom designs to turf, irrigation, and outdoor living spaces, they turn ordinary into oasis. Locally owned, proudly Round Rock. Call River Rock Landscaping or visit rrlltx.com to start your dream yard today.
And we're back. Cooper Harris comes out for the bottom of the fourth inning, enjoying a 9-0 lead. It was 8 runs put up there in the top of the fourth inning.
Some controversial calls on that. Looked to be foul ball down the line. It ended up being a 2-run double.
Leading off your Round Rock Dragons.
Dragons just need to chip away here.
First baseman, number 21, Luke Rodriguez.
That's going to bring up the first baseman, number 21, Luke Rodriguez. Luke celebrating a birthday yesterday.
Congratulations, Luke. Looking to get himself a little birthday hit here.
Oh, that's a beautiful pitch. Called strike one.
I think he's 18.
He's 18.
Swung on and missed.
Swung and missed.
Slider away.
That's what Velo will do to you. He's thinking fastball all the way, and that chases that one out of the zone.
And that one's outside, taking ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Dragons looking to chip away here at this 9-run lead.
That pitch just low ball.
Hasn't done a fastball on this at bat yet.
That one breaking ball does not get the call.
Just a bit high, it looks. Looks like it broke.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, these umpires are going to, this guy's been consistent. He's in extremely tight zone. Bottom of the letters, top of the knees, on the whites only. That one's going to be flared out into the parking lot.
That one will be registered at 92 miles an hour. Still staying consistently in that 91 to 93 zone.
That one hard hit at the third. Baseman's going to throw it over to first for the first out of the inning.
Just takes a candy hop on that grass out there at third base. Able to make a nice play.
That'll bring up number 23, the third baseman, Luke Broadus.
Third baseman, Luke Rodriguez.
Senior catcher Quinn Bartlett on deck. That ball misses outside, ball one. That ball outside, taken 2-0. Brada swings a big bat. Shout out to Randy DePriest up there in Oklahoma listening to us. That one's going to be fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Sun has gone down just beyond the horizon.
Beautiful sunset here in Round Rock, Texas. That one's going to be hard foul ball into the parking lot, and that's going to be off of a car. If you're ever visiting and you've never been to Dragon Diamond, do not park anywhere near the fields. We have a very low backstop net. That one flared straight back or sliced right back at us.
Luke Broadus having a very good AB here, just fouling everything off, making himself a tough out. Trying to inspire some hope here for this Dragon lineup.
That one driven to right field, camping up underneath it. Right fielder makes the catch.
Just got underneath that curveball after about 4 straight fastballs at 90 plus.
Frank May with the catch for the second out of the inning.
I mean, that curveball was registered at 72 miles an hour. His last pitch before that was 93, so that's a pretty big speed difference, and he was still able to drive it out there. Just got a bit underneath it.
That'll bring up senior catcher number 3, Quinn Bartlett. Taking inside ball 1.
Seemed to change his delivery a little bit there, down to a little 3/4.
That one pounds the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th inning. 9-0. Flower Mound with the lead. That one driven foul into the parking lot over the first base dugout.
Quinn Bartlett looking to get on base here and spark this Dragon offense.
That pitch runs inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm not sure what time the game started, but this is a fast-moving game. We did have an ugly inning last inning. A walk or hit batsman. And that one's a hard ground ball at third baseman. Picks it up. Juarez fires it on the first for the 3rd out of the inning. You give up a couple of walks or hit by a pitch. You get 1 bad call, right? Foul ball called fair. But again, if you don't put the runners on base, you're not giving up runs in those situations. Yeah. And the game just starting to get away. Let's see how we respond defensively.
And out comes, I believe, that's Jace Kivett to the bump, the senior right fielder.
So if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow I know we have the 1 p.m. game, and then we play again at 7 o'clock against Midway, who was the state champion.
6A Division II, I believe, because they did split them up last year.
So again, if you got 6A, you've got the big schools and you've got the smaller schools. So like Westlake in the area, they fall under the smaller schools. Round Rock is bigger. Lake Travis is bigger. Hutto, bigger?
Depending on what district they're in. I think in the district they're going to be in, they're going to be a bigger school.
Well, but they were for this year. They were bigger.
Yeah, they're a bigger school.
Next year, new UIL realignment starting in August with the football season. No longer Vandergrift, Hutto, and Manor are leaving the 25 6A district, and in comes Westlake and Lake Travis. It's going to be an exciting football season. The coach Cody Moore and your Dragons certainly didn't take an easy road. Their non-district games against Pflugerville Weiss, Cedar Park, Vandergrift, and Dripping Springs, all playoff teams.
No, not Cedar Park, Temple. Did they change that?
They did change it. Okay. And then obviously the new district will be the Round Rock schools, your Westwood, Cedar Ridge, Stony Point, which are always good games. And of course, Westlake and Lake Travis.
2 perennial state powers every year, like Lake Travis and Westlake in both football and baseball.
So if I'm not mistaken, they had batted through the lineup, so it should be the right fielder number 1, Frank May, leading off for Flower Mound, the Flower Mound Jaguars.
Doesn't seem to be any changes in the field so far, except for the pitcher being our senior Jace Kivett. Yeah, it looks like the field stays the same.
So, again, Jace Kivett on the mound, Quinn Bartlett behind the dish, third baseman, Luke Broadus short, Drew Hearthcock, J.P. Casman at second, and Luke Rodriguez at first. Here's the pitch to Frank May. That one misses high, ball 1. Outfield, I think, is still the same. Jack Oppel is in left. Cade Goddard in right. In center, and Baker Jackson, the junior, in right field. That one's flared out to Jackson in right, giving it a good jump, makes the catch. Ball hung up there a little bit at the end. Yeah, great positioning, and he closed the ground really quickly. So after an F9 for the first out of the inning, that'll bring up second baseman, number 22, Jackson Sorter. Again, we think that's the coach's son.
Somehow related to him. Yeah, fastball at the letters called for ball one.
Personnel update. They're now batting number 6, Jake Mayer.
Jake Mayer in for Sorter. Takes ball 2.
Coming in to bat ninth, you got Kivett facing 8, 9, then 1. Good job getting a quick out here. Need to get this one here before you climb to the top of the lineup.
That was a hard ground ball at Hearthcock. Bobbles it, fires it to first just in time for the second out of the inning. Jace Kivett's making quick work of him here, of the 8-9 batters.
Great job by Hearthcock, able to show some composure, not freak out when you realize he doesn't field the ball cleanly, able to pick it up and make a good throw over there. Beat the runner. Not quite textbook, but hey, it goes down as an out, so no one's going to question it.
And that's going to bring up the leadoff batter, number 8, center fielder Beckett Williams.
Tries to lay down a drag bunt.
I like it. Rodriguez is real deep at first base. He flew out to left field his first at-bat. He struck out looking his second at-bat and had that big questionable double down the right field line.
Strike 2 on the inside corner.
It was questionable due to the sun sitting right on the foul pole. It looked foul.
From our view, it looked like it was about 6 to 8 inches foul. And he's going to swing and miss for strike 3. And we will see y'all when we come back for the bottom of the 5th.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. Born in Laredo, trained at Yale, and trusted in Austin for over 20 years. Whether it's hormone therapy, surgery, or compassionate care, Dr. Uribe delivers more than medicine. He delivers confidence. As the Round Rock Dragons bring the energy and the excitement all season long, Hughes Insurance Group is proud to power the broadcast as a Game Time sponsor. For over 30 years, Hughes Insurance Group has protected Central Texas families with auto, home, renters, RV, and life insurance. As an independent agency, Jason shops top-rated companies to find you the best coverage at the best value. Coverage you can count on, a team you can trust. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and go Dragons.
And we're back here from Dragon Diamond. Flower Mound leading this one 9-0. Flower Mound Jaguars will run out senior pitcher Cooper Harris for the bottom of the 5th inning. He comes into the inning sitting at 58 pitches. As Hank, you called out, kind of slowed down a little bit, still faster than almost everybody on this field. Maybe not named Josh Horvath.
Yeah, fastball's still sitting in the 90s. We're not quite seeing that jump from 93 to 95. Still really fast, still really hard. A lot of life on the fastball. He's doing his job. He's getting batters out, striking them out, or just fly balls. It's your job. He's doing a good job of it.
That'll bring up senior center fielder number 5, Cade Goddard.
I believe this is the second time through the order.
Yes, for the bottom half of the order. Yes, correct. That's a hard foul ball in and out of the dugout area for your Round Rock Dragons. Dragons only have 2 hits tonight. Struggled a little bit hitting earlier today, too. Didn't have many hits in the first game.
That fastball was registered at 87 mile an hour, while the slider was 80 miles an hour. Yeah, they've had some time struggling, and when they have people on, it seems to be a lot of pressure for them, not able to score people.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Shout out to Elvis and Tammy Goddard. Not sure if they're listening. Normally they're either here or listening. Hopefully that's the type of grandparent I am. And outside taken. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're going to appeal it and say no.
He didn't go. I didn't think he went. Catcher and pitcher really thought he did.
Tammy and Elvis, that's the type of grandparents I want to be. Flying around, watching my kids, my grandkids.
And he will work this to a full count. That fastball up to 90 miles an hour.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Goddard, the senior center fielder.
Seems to be having some pain in that hamstring or calf.
That one's driven down the left field.
That's
back out of play.
He got way in front of that one.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 9-0. Flower Mound, 9 runs on 7 hits. Round Rock, 0 runs on 2 hits.
This is a good at-bat by Cade. I mean, you're seeing a D1, maybe even a pro prospect, and going into a QAB, continuing to foul off pitches.
And he's gonna end up taking this one into a walk. That's
is
a great AB right there.
Very good.
That's an AB. You get a rally started off. I mean, he was down 1-2 real early. Foul, foul, ball, foul, foul. Grabs the walk.
Right fielder, number 13, Baker.
And that's going to bring up your right fielder, number 13, Baker Jackson. Goddard on first with a big lead. Squares the bunt, and that pops it straight up and back out of play.
Starting to see some chinks in the armor here from this pitcher. Still pitching very well. I believe that's his 2nd walk of the day. Good hold by the pitcher. And they're going to have calling time. Baker's going to call time.
I love that. You know, for the junior, that's a lot. That shows a lot of maturity, right? Knowing the situation, we're not going to let him dictate. We'll control the pace a little bit.
Decent sized lead from Goddard.
Flares that one into the net. Or Craig Weibel, I'll say for you, he slices that one into the net.
Baker's going to go down to an 0-2 hole very early, looking to put something on the ground or anything. Pull out a good AB. Stare down from Jay, takes a few more steps.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets him for the first out of the inning.
And that will bring us to Jace Kivett hitting in the place of Weston Ondraka.
So because Weston was the designated hitter and he came in the pitch and he still batted in that position, you've now given up the designated hitter.
So you have to, or the new pitcher has to hit, which I don't think will be a problem for Jace.
Not a problem with this whole team. That ball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Jace, a speedy lefty. Had really one of the biggest hits of his career last year in the playoffs elimination game against Reagan. He takes that one inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Goddard on first.
Harris starting to slow down just a bit, averaging around 87 to 89 on the fastball.
That one inside just misses the shoulder.
Almost it looked like it almost hit him in the belt.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
I'm not signing up to take an 85-mile-an-hour slider in the belt area.
No.
It's only 80.
Swing and a miss on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That fastball is registered at 87 miles an hour.
And
still doing an effective job at 2,200 RPM. Okay, takes a healthy lead at first base.
Kivett calls time at the plate.
It looked like the first base told him to hop off.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Goddard's on first. Reach via a walk. Fouls that one straight back into the net. J.P. Kasman on deck, one of the deadliest number 9 hitters I've seen.
Give it looking to get a base hit here, get this Dragon offense going.
And swing and a
Swung
miss.
And he's going to run that one up to 91. Had a ton of movement on that ball, a lot of run.
So 2 outs. Goddard still on first base, and that'll bring up number 12, second baseman, J.P. Kasman.
He's going to go and pick him off at first, and he's going to be safe. Trying a quick move there. Not able to get Goddard. 0-0, 2 outs, man at first.
Game is moving along quickly here. That ball catches the outside corner, called strike one.
A lot of varying in that fastball now. 87 miles an hour. Last fastball I threw was 91. JP responsible for one of the 2 hits today for the Dragons.
Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I was going to say it's J.P. Kasman and Jack Oppel, only 2 hits for the Dragons this game.
Definitely areas for the Dragons to focus on and work on. Now, granted, they're going against a University of Texas commit who one of the big reasons they all in front of us has been filled with scouts watching him. That one popped up. Oh, they're going to call a balk on that one and move Goddard. Looked like he speed pitched.
Say no pitch, and he's. Oh no, I don't know.
Goddard moves to second. So
just redo what you had.
Feels like 85 degrees still. 3-mile-an-hour wind still coming out of the northeast.
Dragons first time having a runner in scoring position since I believe the 3rd inning.
And I'm going to correct that. It's 76.
They're starting to feel real
The
nice.
KXAN weather app has not updated. It was 85 at the start of the game. It's it's going to cool off. High tomorrow, 66. When your Dragons come back to square up against Permian at 1 p.m. That one's going to be fouled back into the parking lot.
Really, these fast few Dragon batters have really been trying to have prolonged at bats, try to tire this pitcher out to get the pitch they want. JP doing an excellent job fighting off pitches. And that's going to be lined right back at the pitcher, and he's going to end up catching it.
For the 3rd out of the inning, and we're going to move to the top of the 6th inning. It's all Flower Mound tonight, 9-0. We'll be back in a moment.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. Born in Laredo, trained at Yale, and trusted in Austin for over 20 years. Whether it's hormone therapy, surgery, or compassionate care, Dr. Uribe delivers more than medicine. He delivers confidence. As the Round Rock Dragons bring the energy and the excitement all season long, Hughes Insurance Group is proud to power the broadcast as a Game Time sponsor. For over 30 years, Hughes Insurance Group has protected Central Texas families with auto, home, renters, RV, and life insurance. As an independent agency, Jason shops top-rated companies to find you the best coverage at the best value. Coverage you can count on, a team you can trust. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and go Dragons.
And we're back here. Top of the 6th inning. Game is moving along quickly. Really all the damage done here in the top of the 4th inning where Flower Mound would put on 8 runs in 1 inning to make it a 9-0 ball game. And we're back here in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch.
Slider away. He's not going to get the call.
To the shortstop, Cooper Skinner. Is it a change? Who's in? So in now is number 7, Daniel Harrell. Harrell, Harrolle. And Harrell, hard ground ball right at Hearthcock at short. Throws it over to first in time for the first out.
Nice quick first out here for Kivett.
So infield is the same. Luke Broadus at third. Drew Hearthcock at shortstop. Second baseman's J.P. Kasman. First base, Luke Broadus. Change at catcher. You got Jace Kivett on the bump. Behind the dish, the junior Coleman Landry. That ball misses. Outfield, left field, Jack Oppel. Center field, Baker Jackson. And in right field, Brooks Miklinchek. Hard foul ball, straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Shaping up to be a nice night here in Round Rock, sitting around 75 degrees. No wind at all.
That one's high behind the batter.
Just lost the curveball there a bit.
On deck.
Ball's going to be hit hard to the third baseman, Luke Broadus.
Backhands it, fires it to first in time. Rodriguez able to make the catch and get the out at first for the second out of the inning. And I'm going to have to get the readers. And it looks like Ceal Rogers. C-E-E-L. Kale? C-A-E-L? Kale? I mean, this is like a 4 print. I'm not even kidding. It's like a 4 print.
What number?
Kale Rogers right there.
Yeah, Kale.
Kale Rogers up to bat with 2 outs. And that's a big drive to left field. Giving chase is Oppel, and he's not going to get it as that ball's going to coast on out of here.
That ball is way gone.
And the pinch hitter, Kale Rogers, goes yard to make this a 10-0 ball game. You know, we talk about this a lot for Round Rock. I talk about it with my own kids. You got to make the most of the opportunities. I don't know anything about this team. I know they lost the state championship last year. Kale Rogers comes in here in a 9-0 ball game and hits a monster home run left center down the power. Well, I guess that was pretty straightaway left field.
Straightaway left field. Left field at Round Rock's larger than most at 357 feet, and he cleared that fence easily. Probably hit that around 360.
Well, 357 is the line. He hit that over going towards
more in the middle of that bullpen,
which is 390 in the power alley. So I'm going to say he probably hit that a good 350, 375.
I'd say
yeah,
375.
Yeah, I would agree.
He cleared the wall pretty easily.
I would agree. I mean, Oppel had given chase and just kind of watched it. That one's a high pop up into the infield. Shortstop Drew Hearthcock's going to take command.
I lost that one too. And so Kivett's going to come out in and giving up 1 on a solo shot. Dragons need to put up something here to keep this game going. We'll see if Harris comes back out again.
And we'll be back in a moment.
Moving soon? Let Ostex Moving take the stress off your shoulders. Owned by a proud Round Rock Dragons alum, Ostex is your go-to team for fast, reliable, residential and commercial moves across Texas. From packing to unpacking, we handle it all with expert care and same-day service available. Call Ostex Moving for a free quote today, and go Dragons. This Dragons broadcast is brought to you by River Rock Landscaping, where your yard becomes your favorite place to be. From custom designs to turf, irrigation, and outdoor living spaces. They turn ordinary into oasis. Locally owned, proudly Round Rock. Call River Rock Landscaping or visit rrlltx.com to start your dream yard today.
And a player change for Flower Mound Jaguars, now pitching number 4, Roman Stevens.
There we go. Definitely a different speed than what the Dragons had been seeing earlier from the Texas commit.
You know, we had the one inning that really got away from us. But outside of that, you know, you got an outstanding pitcher, one of the best in the state, and one of the best in the country. I mean, for that matter. And, you know, they didn't back down.
And back then, just things didn't go out, didn't work for him, you know.
You know, Drew Harthcock hits a beautiful one in the gap that's a
Stolen.
minimum double, probably triple. Amazing catch by the center fielder, Beckett Williams.
Roman Stevens still able to run the fastball up to around 86 miles an hour.
Leading off for your Round Rock Dragons, number 6, Juan Bracho.
Juan Baracho came in last game on a pinch hit and hit a double straight away to left field. Looking to continue that hit streak. His first varsity hit.
A big swing and a miss. Did he play? He didn't play varsity sophomore year at
He
McNeil.
was not able to, I don't believe, no.
I know. Well, no, last year he wasn't. But I'm saying his sophomore year at McNeil.
I don't think he did.
He was a transfer in his junior outside corner, called strike 2.
That one ran up to 87 miles an hour.
He was he transferred his junior year, could not play varsity last year due to eligibility transferring. That ball misses outside, taking ball 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one ran up to 88 miles an hour. Not quite the low 90s that they're used to. Still more than enough.
There's a chopper at third base. Juarez with a quick flip, throw to first, and not able to dig it at first base.
Baracho able to get on first base and try to get this Dragon offense rolling. Up comes Diego Nunez, number 2, the junior pitcher and outfielder.
Now batting for your Round Rock Dragons, outfielder, number 2, Diego Nunez.
Trying to get something sparked here for the Dragons.
That ball called strike 1.
Zone seems to be expanding just ever so slightly.
That one called ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swung on and fouled away behind the catcher. Strike 2. Dragons needing some sort of hit or some luck to go their way. Get this offense rolling.
You know, 3 hits in the first game, 2 hits here, and that's one's going to be popped up in the foul territory. First baseman Cochran gets underneath it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Up comes the junior Omar Rodriguez, pitcher and first baseman. Very tall, lanky hitter.
6'6" and a half.
Omar Rodriguez.
Looking to spark this Dragon offense.
That ball taken, ball 1. And it'll be the junior Maddox the Priest on deck for the Dragons. That one fouled back out of play, back towards and over the third base dugout.
Count will be 1-1. Man at first, one out. Trailing 10-0 in the bottom of the fifth. They're sixth. Yeah, bottom of the sixth.
Misses high, ball 2. Misses outside, called ball.
Evil works the count to a 3-1.
Misses high, taken, ball 4. Draws the walk. That puts runners on first and second. And that's going to bring up, as I mentioned, junior number 1, Maddox DePriest.
Number 1, Maddox DePriest.
So runners on first and second.
I believe they're going to run for Omar. It looks like they're going to put in Dylan Slocum out there to run at first base.
Number 19, senior.
Son of Bob Slocum. Dragons looking to claw any runs they can to get themselves some life, keep them in this game. On deck, I believe it's
Coleman Landry.
Coleman Landry, the junior.
The good alias to Landry
Landry
Coleman.
Coleman.
That's the evil alias is Landry Coleman. Here's the first pitch. Take it high. Ball 1. Runners on first and second. That one fouled straight back out of play. That ball catches the outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maddox DePriest. DePriest, the name we've heard for quite a few years out here. Hudson DePriest. Hands down, one of the best shortstops in district for sure. Fouls that one back. I believe he was second team all district. He certainly should have been first team.
I would say he's probably one of the best defensive and hitting shortstops in Central Texas area last year for sure.
No doubt.
Had a giant walk-off hit against, I believe it was like number 5 Reagan. I think that's what they were ranked at the time, to upset them in round 2.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul, pops that one down the first base line. First base giving chase. And that one falls.
Drop it. Smart thing to drop it. You don't want to catch that and risk them tagging at third, tagging to third.
I don't think he dropped it on purpose.
Out
of his reach.
Looked like it hit his glove or something. I don't know.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second, 10-0.
New life here for Maddox DePriest.
I think it was the second inning, the last hit we got. Fouls that one back. Good at bat here. Stays alive.
Not letting the pitcher get anything by him. That one registered at 87 miles an hour.
A lot less scouts here now. They've gone home to see their families and eat some dinner, and that one's a rolled over down the third base line, foul.
Or hop on a plane back to headquarters.
Wherever they are.
Because they've got to start going to spring training. I think pitchers and catchers reports.
Oh, they're there. They're all
they're
there. It's full go now.
And then whoever they invited to spring training, I believe some of those guys are there.
In fact, I believe the scrimmages have started.
Wow. Well, they do most of it, what, in Florida?
Yeah. Well, it depends. You got either Florida, the
Cali?
Grapefruit League, or the Cactus League out in Arizona. Go out to the Scottsdale area. It's a lot of them are in the same ballpark, or they're all in the same ballpark area. Hard hit up the middle, and Maddox gets his first hit of the season. They're going to send him. 1 run comes in to score. Slocum holds up at second. Great piece of hitting there by the junior, number 1, Maddox DePriest. And congrats to Maddox for his first varsity hit.
His first varsity hit, first varsity RBI, also first varsity RBI for the year for the Dragons.
Next up, we have Round Rock Dragons.
Able to put one on the board after going scoreless last game.
And that's going to bring up the catcher, junior, number 24, Coleman Landry. Landry, the first of this junior class to already commit.
Hard fought at bat for Maddox.
That pitch catches the inside corner. Strike one called.
This pitcher is sitting easily 85 to 87, maybe running it up to an 8 every now and then. He's going to throw a slow slider on the outside corner at 77 miles an hour. Able to steal a strike from Coleman.
You know, in this game, as a coach, I'm looking for small victories, Hank. I'm looking for like that Maddox great at bat, RBI singles, or something that we can talk about in the dugout. That's in a positive note. Misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, like you said, I mean, those guys, these juniors that have just got moved up, that first time doing varsity ABs, make the most of the opportunities, and he did. I mean, he's got his first RBI of the year for the team.
Misses outside, 2-2. You'll hear me say this all year long. If you've listened to us in the past, if you've ever played for me, Hank, you've heard me say it. You got to make the most of the opportunities you get. You got to, in life, in baseball, everything you do. Big swinging. Gets him for the second out.
Up comes Brooks Miklinchek, the senior left-handed pitcher and outfielder for his varsity at-bat.
Throws lefty, bats righty.
Got a few of those opposite guys. Jack Oppel throws righty, bats lefty. Same with Kivett. Miklinchek throws lefty, bats righty. That's a different one that I've seen.
That one catches the outside corner, strike one. You know, right now, coach is figuring out the pieces, like where everyone fits, where everyone plays.
You got 3 seasons in a single season. You've got this is your tournament and scrimmage season.
Yep.
Obviously, you want to win these ball games, but
that's going to be a car in the parking lot. 0-2 to Miklinchek. Quickly finds himself in the hole. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Slocum's on second, pinch running. Maddox the Priest on first with a big RBI single. First RBI of the season. That's a chopper at second base. Charges it and bobbles it. Not able to make it. Slocum rounds third aggressively. Dives back in safely.
That was a great base running by Maddox to confuse the second baseman, but not hit the ball. Don't touch the baseball.
Yep.
And so they're going to end up calling him out, though, on a late obstruction call, it looks like, which makes no sense.
He didn't touch the ball.
Because he's avoiding the ball, and he didn't get in the way. That you can't call that late. You can't call that late.
That is terrible. And the ball didn't touch him. Carter's jarring at him as he's walking off. That is terrible.
And so they're going to go ahead and call this inning as it is. I don't know why. It's not a 10-run rule. There's 10-1.
That is terrible.
Flower Mound's acting like the game is over when it is. I don't think it is. I didn't see a ball. Well, like the entire dugout's out there. No gloves, anything. What's going on? Waiting to see something. And so it looks like they're going to go ahead and call it here.
That's a terrible call.
That's
terrible call.
That's a bad one to end it on.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do as a runner.
Yeah, that's exactly what the runner's
supposed
to do.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to kind of freeze and not try to get hit, obviously, to get out. But, I mean, nothing you can do now. Dragons fall to 0-2 here on the season.
Well, that's the point, Hank, right? It's not that's a terrible call. We had a terrible call earlier in the game, but that doesn't erase the fact
that we had an 8-run
You played
inning.
an amazing game. You gave up 8 runs in an inning. There were walks. There were hit batters. And you're playing an outstanding. I mean, they lost the state championship in 2023. This team won the state championship.
So you played 2 really good teams back to back, and
now you're going to look for small victories. You got to find the small victories in today. I think you got to, you're going to come in there and remind and say, hey, you guys stood toe and toe with a University of Texas commit. All right, one of the best pitchers in the country,
You had
going to
one
one
bad
of the
inning.
best baseball
You
programs,
get-
and you did a great job.
You get rid of that one bad inning, it's a 2-0 ball game.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's a 2-run ball game. You get rid of that. You get rid of those small mistakes.
Yep. Sometimes
So-
you need to learn to win. Sometimes you need to learn not to lose. And I think the last game we gave up a couple home runs, couple walks, bases loaded, boom, grand slam.
And right here,
And
yeah.
don't forget that inning that they lit us up with 8 runs was fraught with controversy with a 2-out double down first base line that could have gone either way.
Either way,
Honestly.
Yeah.
From our angle, it looked foul. I don't know. The sun was in his eyes.
Yep.
So you can't can't do anything about it now. It's
But
easy-
regardless, we're going to be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. They're 0-2 on the season.
not
Coach
the start you
Carter-
wanted.
Coach Carter still sitting at 496 wins on the season, and we're done early.
So, not the results you wanted, not the beginning you wanted, but when you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up.
Amen.
So I expect this Dragon team to improve, especially tomorrow. Hitting looked a lot better. Just need to start rattling hits together. Rattling hits together, people on base. Should be
100%.
fine.
100%. With Game Time Broadcasting, bringing you Rock Hardball. That's Hank Apple, Justin DePriest. This is Bob Slocum. Thank you. We'll be on the air tomorrow about 12:45. We'll see you then.